If I had a big following, could I book more gigs? Probably. But my follower count is not what decides if I get a gig or not. Contrary to popular belief, having a following doesn't mean much when it comes to making money as a creative. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make money as a creative with 0 followers. Welcome to my channel. My name is Matthew Gattozzi and I'm the founder of Goodo Studios, a content creation studio where we create photos and videos for consumer brands. If you go online, you can see Goodo Studios does not have a big following. And if you go to my personal accounts, I also don't have a massive following. It is easy to look at a Peter McKinnon or name your favorite creative and say, man, if only I had that same following, I too could make that much money, or I too could work with that company. 3 years ago, when I started creating photos and videos professionally, I didn't have one connection within business. I didn't have friends that could pay me. I literally had no followers that were willing to pay for my services. Now I have a great business 3 years later that I'm allowed to be full-time. I pay other people to help me with the work. And I know that you can do this as well with your art, whether that's graphic design, photography, or any other creative pursuit. You too can be full-time and make a business without having a big following. It does take time, it does take a lot of hard work, but you can do it. Before I jump into the 5 things that you need to make money, I want to bust this myth about follower count. Let's be honest, creatives love to follow other creatives. We like to follow them because we want to be inspired by their work. We want to see and support our friends. We want to just learn what are other people doing that are in our same industry, whether again, that's photography or graphic design or any other creative pursuits. And although that's great to have support and followers of your peers, those people are not the ones paying for you. Businesses and other consumers, those are the people that are going to be paying for your work, and they are more likely than not probably not going to follow a person like you, and that's okay. But you just have to understand that when you see a creative's following, most of those are other creatives and people that are not going to pay them. So it's really not about how many people follow you, it's really about who follows you in the sense of the people that are actually going to pay you, because that's what matters, not how many, but who is following you and who's following your work. So really, when you look at a creative's profile, the amount of followers doesn't really actually equate to the amount of money that they are making. So don't be fooled by that, because you need these 5 things to make money as a creative, and you can have literally 0 followers. I know this because I literally did this, and I want to teach you how to do it in this video. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Please like it, subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Number 1, have a sales process. The field of dreams saying, build it and they will come, is dead. I don't care how good your work is or how many followers you have. People are not gonna come to you. You have to go to them to show your work. Especially if you have 0 followers, nobody knows about you. So you have to get in front of as many people as possible and to show as many people as possible your work. The best way to do that is reach out to businesses and say, how can I help you with your marketing? Specifically for me, I knew that I was going to do photos and videos for businesses. So I would ask them, do you need photos and videos? And literally ask as many people as possible until they said, yes, I need photos and videos. If you're a graphic designer, you could reach out to restaurants and say, do you need new menus? Do you need new logos? Reach out to people and say, hey, do you have this problem? Because I can solve this problem. Whatever your art is, no matter what type of creative work that you do. I will warn you, you're gonna get more no's and rejections than you are gonna get yeses, or even a yes to a meeting to talk about your services and how you can help this business. So really, you need to have a process where you are consistently reaching out to companies and brands, because you're gonna get a lot of no's before you're gonna get yeses. So you have to do this consistently. So you have to have a sales process. This leads me into my second point, ask for referrals. Once you get your first few clients and you finish their projects, ask them for referrals. Word of mouth is stronger than a follower count, because when another person vouches for your work, there is trust baked into that interaction. So it's a lot easier to sell your services when somebody has already said, wow, Matt is amazing at photos and videos. He helped my business and I know he's gonna help your business. Having referrals and getting clients to be excited about your work and sharing about your work is going to be the most powerful way to build your business regardless of follower count. But to get referrals, you actually have to give an incredible experience to that client, which leads me to point number 3, don't be flaky. Creatives are flaky as heck, and I honestly hate that I have to actually bring this up as a point in this video, but I cannot tell you how many times I've actually gotten jobs because I was more organized, I answered emails, and I literally just didn't flake. I've been able to always meet deadlines, I never was late with work, I was always communicating with clients, and those small things really made the difference for the client who then end up referring me. The customer experience is just as important as the creative work, and in my opinion, it's even more important. You can be an amazing creative, but if you're a jerk to work with, that client will just not want to come back and work with you. And word of mouth can actually work against you because then that client will go to all of their friends and say, man, I worked with this creative and they were terrible. I hated them. It was not a great experience. You should really not go to them. Number 4, hang out where the people that are hiring you will be. As you start to get clients, become their friends and make friends with their business friends. Wouldn't it be dope to hang out with people to talk about camera gear? Yes, it would. But I'd rather talk to a business owner, listen to the problems, and then talk to them about how I can actually help solve their problems through my creative services. Keep your creative friends, but like I said in the beginning, your creative friends are not the ones hiring you. These business owners, marketers, whoever, you need to be with them because they're the ones that are gonna be paying your bills. Lastly, become an expert in your creative field. Being an expert is different than having a big following count. An expert is someone that has a wealth of knowledge in a specific discipline. For me, I've become an expert and continuing to still become an expert on photography and videography for consumer brands. What does that look like? Outside of the creative production, so editing videos, how to use your camera gear, I also understand how companies are marketing their products, how are they using ads, and how they are using content for their marketing, and ultimately, how can I bring photos and videos that help them with their revenue goals. I have learned to talk their business lingo. I've learned how to translate my work to their marketing goals. By being an expert, I can easily sell my services because businesses are looking to pay for an expert. They want to pay for somebody that can solve their problems at a high level. My company solves their problems when it comes to content creation for their marketing and ads at a very high level. Notice on this whole video, I never talked about anything when it comes to social media or posting your work online. The way you can get clients is by going out and ask. Don't wait for your opportunity to create. You have to go and create those opportunities. When you have 0 followers, you need to go and get in front of as many people as possible to show off your work. You're gonna get a lot of rejections, but eventually you're going to get yeses if you just keep trying. I know that because I've done it myself, and I wanna encourage you that you don't need a following, you just need to have the grit to keep and go out and actually build your dreams. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe, like this video so this can help other creators make money just like you, just like me. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.